in the suburbs of London. As a matter of fact, Allen and Ealing, where they make all of those good movies in the Ealing studios. They start the competition in 7th place. And they're going to strike up the band, that's obvious.
You know, the British have had a little bit of a difficult time since Torvill and Dean have retired. The role models who were so fantastic at the Olympics, many rule changes in ice dancing have come about because of them, and it's kind of, ice dancing's been trying to figure out exactly what its role is, if we're going back to the traditional or if we're going to follow the Torvill and Dean lead. I think this team obviously is going toward the more traditional ice dancing, not putting a story into the program, but actually going back to the different dance rhythms and expressing them as if on the dance floor.
Almost like being in a ballroom the way they do it.
That's exactly how it should be. And you know, of course, they have their coaches, Diane Towler, who was world champion in ice dancing for many years. So we would expect to see traditional ice dancing from her team.
Alan and Elizabeth went into their first Worlds this year. They were 16th, which is a decent showing for the first time. As Judy said, after Torvill and Dean, there was Nikki and Karen, Slater and Barber, and they also retired. So they have tough footsteps to follow, but they have chosen a definite dance route. We'll see what the judges think. I think the crowd's really having a fun time watching, though. It is enjoyable. Seeing a lot of the dance, as I said before. I think what I'd like to see a little more of is covering of the ice, a little more flow.
You know, it's sometimes interesting in ice dancing just to watch the feet for a while. And this team, as I'm watching their feet, I'm seeing rather simplistic movements. There are many, many progressives and chasses and not quite enough turning and intricate footwork. Interesting move. It's important in ice dancing to get depth also, not only to have the lips, but to also allow the girl to go down close to the ice, as in that move right there, so that the eye has the depth of movement up and down.
No rock around the clock in that performance. They stayed in the ballroom, almost like Astaire and Rogers. The British team of Elizabeth Coates, age 18, out on Abretti. Well, technically, they did not rate them as high as a 5.
4.2.
And again, they did not reach the 5 mark from any judge in either artistic or technical.